Yo, what's going on, guys? BotMentality here with another Bitcoin chart analysis for you today. And today is April 20th of 2018. And we'll go ahead and jump right into this here, guys. So we finally got that bull break we were looking for. A lot of us were playing it since we were playing the bottom of the channel and looking for that to actually curl up and break over the 8,400 highs. And we finally got that today, guys. So definitely congratulations on everyone who played the bottom of that channel there, and even those who got in on the 8,200 base and sold that rip. So great job, guys. And any of you who are still holding, definitely continue to raise your stops, enjoy those profits. And I'll go ahead and talk about a little bit what I see with the market. And so what we have going on right now is extreme bullish action compared to the relative price action we've been having. We saw a continuation from this pop off of the 6,800, and we put in a high there, 8,400, pulled back, saw that rounded bottom, went up and broke the highs. What that shows, guys, is we have some people looking to get in. We do have buyers here looking to get into this bounce. I spoke to you in my last video about CNBC actually giving us a lot of positive press on these moves, and I'm sure they are right now. There's even going to be more headlines about how Bitcoin may have the potential to go to the moon, or this is a critical buy opportunity, or whatever they have. So we have that action going on as well, which is good. And this overall, everything's looking pretty good. We have a confirmed bottom in this area right here of 8,000, a higher low from this area here at 6,800, and we do have that on the daily as well. So what that shows is now we do have a defined risk to kind of determine if we're going to continue this short trend, uptrend or not, which is great. That's exactly what the bulls wanted to see, and that's what we got today. And great job again on everyone who took that trade. So I actually made a trade on it today. I actually profited over $700 on this trade, and I played this sort of ABCD pattern we had right here on this curl, this grind action to break over the top there. And I sold that for a little over $700. And I'll explain how I did that here shortly. So let's go ahead and jump over to the 1 hour so I can talk a little bit about that trade. And so what we had here, guys, I talked about it in past videos. We had the horizontal resistance, the low here at 7,850 area. And then we have the high up here at the 8,390, the 8,400 essentially. We had the high. So this was a channel we were in. And we had this rounded bottom, which is definitely a very bullish signal right here that showed that the bulls were coming in and buying up the bottom of that trend, the bottom of that little channel there, and we headed up towards the test the high. This is what we call an ABCD pattern. Yesterday, I actually recorded a video on this. I haven't uploaded it yet, but I'll go ahead and get that up for you guys to talk about the ABCD pattern and why it's so powerful and how you can use that in your trading. So I'll get that updated. Stay tuned there, guys. But essentially what we saw was this rounded bottom, and we saw this grind in this very steady diagonal line right here, guys. I'll just go ahead and show that for you here. We had this very steady line up, just showing this uptrend, and it looks like everyone was focused on this high right here, on breaking that. So for my trade, what I was looking at, the specific area was a base over 8,200. So the 8,400 was the top of that channel there, the top of the resistance we're looking to break. But right here, this 8,200 area, you could even say 8,220, either one of those would work, was what I was looking for. Okay, this is the area that I was focusing on. And I said in one of my prior analysis that I would like to see a base on that 8,200 area. I want that to become support, to see a bounce off that, to see continuation to grind upward to take out those highs. And so that's the move I was playing. I actually didn't buy in this area. In this area, I was scalping Litecoin. So I waited up until we came over this line here, and then that's when I bought. So I actually purchased in right here, right into this right here, guys. You notice we had a bounce, a pullback and bounce off the 8,200. We had tested it a couple times in this area, and I tweeted about that. It looked like this could be a reject. We could be pulling back, but every single time we were met with buyers on those wicks. And so what that told me is that the price we were seeing a condensing price action. As long as we continue up in this diagonal formation up to the top right there corner of the chart, we were going to see continued buying lows, and we haven't broken trend yet. So what I was looking for was a break of we had highs in here. We had a high at 8,100. This area, we had support right there, 8,200. So I knew if I enter around 8,200 with a risk, just focusing on seeing those higher lows consistently on this diagonal trend upwards like this, seeing those higher lows would be my risk. As long as we continue to see these higher lows, like this one here, this one was higher, this was higher, and this was higher. As long as that continued, I knew my risk was going to be in a good place, and I could raise it up accordingly, according with that price action. So that's exactly what I did. I entered there right around this area here at 8,250. is when I entered there, and I actually did enter on a market order because I didn't feel like sitting there playing the level 2 waiting to get a fill. And I was trying to get in there quick. So I entered in that area. We saw the bounce here off 8,200. It held. I continued moving up my stop as we moved upward. I was a little concerned here that I might get stopped out if it broke down here into the 8,170 range, which would be the break of this high. And that's not what I wanted to see, and is this one as well. So there I would have stopped out there, but that did not happen. We actually did stay above the 8,200 support, and we had a bounce off that, and then we ripped up through the resistance, guys. And that completed the ABCD pattern for me. So I actually took my profit as soon as we broke this high here. I was just sitting there watching the level 2. When I saw the level 2 start to slow down, I went ahead and just entered a limit sell there, 8,520. Now you'll notice I did not catch the top. We went up to 8,540, but you never know when the top is, guys. You need to be content with your profit. And once you hit your number, just go ahead and take it. You go ahead and take it. If you want to there's different methods of taking profit in different market conditions. I prefer just to go ahead and get all out, just not have to worry about it and sit cash and wait for the next opportunity. But some people like to do trailing stops. That's definitely very effective. Some people like to sell partials on the way up. Whatever works for you and whatever you see. But me, knowing we just broke 8,500, I saw the level 2 start to slow down. I went ahead and hopped out. So that's what we have there regarding my trade review. And the total profit there was, when I calculated, was $715.51. So definitely very pumped about that. And here's my entries and exits on that trade. So you can kind of see, and I paid a little over. Now, because it was a market order, there was a ton of other entries. But I ended up paying around $65 in commissions for all that. And I was off that profit. So there's that. And let's go ahead and jump into where I think Bitcoin's going to head next and what we got going on here. Let's talk about it. So I'll go ahead and delete. Actually, I'll leave that price level there at 8,400. So what we have here is we see a break over this 8,400 highs. Now we're in the 8,500 range. I would like to see us pull back from here. The reason why I say that, look at the RSI. We're at 7640. 7640 down here, which is definitely heading towards those 80 highs. We're really high on this RSI, and we're pretty overextended. So a pullback would be justified, is what I would say on that front. And as far as how far to pull back, I'm looking, I think I would like to see us below the 8,400 personally. I like to see us towards 8,300 on this second purple line here. That's what I would like to see for a curl upwards, but we may not get that. We might just go only back to the 8,400. So in this case, if you're looking to get long on this pullback, you can layer your buys. But I'll let you know that this scenario where we had this break above the completion of the ABCD pattern, we had the break above the 8,400 highs on increased volume right there on the bottom of the chart. That definitely all is good news for the bulls. So will more people jump in and buy us up over 8,400? We'll wait and see. But those are the two price levels I'd be looking. If we got below 8,300, I'd be a little bit nervous. I'd be kind of wondering, do we break below 8,200? But that's just something you got to keep an eye on and have your risks set beforehand. So that's the hourly. Let's go ahead and jump over to the daily. So we zoom in here on the daily, and I'll go ahead and delete these lines out and make it a little bit cleaner there for you guys. What do I see first of all? Again, completion, that nice, very, very pretty rounded bottom there on this move. We had a break over these highs to complete the ABCD pattern, which is great. And overall, we definitely see now, we're very certain that we have that confirmed double bottom, a bottom here at the 6,500 and a bottom here at the 6,500. Now we're feeling, the bulls are feeling confident that these two levels are put in. Okay, we saw a higher low right here at the 7,900, which is great. And now we're heading up, and we broke above the last high. So the next area we need to be concerned about is Bitcoin on 9,000, the 9,000 resistance. We don't have too much resistance above this point, but I don't think we'll just rip straight there. I think we'd have to actually see a little bit of sell-off so that we could recycle the longs, and then we can go ahead and everyone can look towards that 9,000 break. So I think it's good overall. I think we're pretty bullish. If you're looking for a short entry, I'd definitely be careful. I'd wait to see a reject off that 8,400 level if you're looking at the 1 hour. On the daily, honestly, I wouldn't short the grind. I would wait for parabolic action into a resistance level, or if we see a critical support break, like say, for example, 7,800, sub 8,000 or sub 8,100, I could see that. But the thing about it is, because we're seeing this bullish action here over the past couple of days right here, the area I'd be looking to get short would actually be a little bit higher up there, up into the 8,900 area. That's the area I'd be paying attention to, the 9,000 area, and a quick move there at that. I don't want to short this grind that we see here on the 1 hour. I would not want to get stuck short in something like this. I'm trying to find my tool. I don't want to get short in something like that, and you don't want to see that on the daily either. So keep that in mind. Definitely be careful with your shorts. Make sure you You have close stops, have your risk reward in mind. And again, for the bulls, I'd like to see a pullback there to the 8,300 area to go ahead and scoop that long. And again, the RSI here on the daily is 59.62. We're approaching that 60 level of resistance that we do see so often. So a pullback here is justified on the daily as well. But let's just wait and see. Let's watch and see what happens, and just keep an eye on that, guys. Keep an eye on it. These are very exciting times. Definitely can make a lot of money here. If Bitcoin continues moving up this quickly, we'll probably see a pullback in alts as well. So that'll be an opportunity for you guys to load up on those if you're interested. But all right, guys, that's really all we got. That's kind of my thoughts on Bitcoin right now. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter. I am tweeting there all day, just comments on the price action. And if you have any questions, you can ask me there. You can leave a comment below. You can also shoot me an email and check me out on Instagram. I'm getting that updated frequently as well, with just some inspiring quotes. I really want to keep things positive, guys, and I want you guys to know that you can do whatever you put your mind to. And whether that's trading or any area of your life, what you focus on, what you put your time and your effort in, and what you put your heart in is what you'll be successful at. And however I can support you in that, I would love to do so. That's all I got, guys. So again, my name is BotMentality. Remember to focus on developing your mentality and trade like a machine, guys. You have a great rest of your day. I am out.